Salutations. It's hopefully your favorite flower, Daisy here, coming to you with another TripleD episode, numbered 1.5, because this is kind of sort of going to be that transition into what's to come. I've been gone for a while, and instead of hopping on here, explaining briefly and moving on as if nothing has happened, I wanted to kind of sort of share with you all the process of what even gets me to this point to record before you today. The episode before you is a combination of a video diary series, a bunch of videos that initially started off as a form of expression that led into a light bulb that I had, which was like, hey, why don't I record this? Why don't I document these moments so that they can see, right? So that you guys can see what goes on behind the scenes when the camera is not recording. It's funny because I almost did not post this, and I know I end up having diarrhea at the mouth, so I'm not gonna get too deep into things. But I did want to share a quick story as to what even was the reason for me posting this in the first place. In the midst of coming home and catching up with my friends and family, I linked up with one of my homegirls, and in the midst of catching up, she said something to me that literally was the stamp of approval I needed, that told me subliminally, you know, it was like Mama Nay was talking to me, and she was like, yeah, Daisy, you're posting this. What she said was, you know, I wish people would post their failures. I know without having so much context that can really come off and be perceived in different ways, but I'm hoping, as you will see throughout the course of this episode, what that means and the power that that statement holds and why it even motivated me to make this episode. Without further ado, I give you episode 1.5. Where's Daisy? Grab your vegan snacks, your popcorn with your vegan butter. Sit back, relax, get a glass of wine, okay? And go on this emotional journey and roller coaster with me. Thank you guys so much for coming back. If you actually came back, thank you to everyone that reached out to me while I was going ghost. It really motivated me, and it put that fire underneath my behind to get back to what it is that I do. So thank you. Peace. Much love. So today's date is September 28th. Honestly, this video was off of instinct. I'm supposed to be in this Zoom rehearsal right now. How do you explain unexplainable feelings? Like a certain energy that moves you and you don't know why now, you don't know how, but you just know that you have to do or say something right here, right now. I don't even think I've ever been this late with a YouTube video, and a part of me is blaming myself. Like, I'm really eating myself up inside for that. But in the same breath, with everything that's going on, just like in today's society, like within the Black community, it's just like, how can I even begin to think about a lock journey update? How can I, like episode 2 of TripleD, that was supposed to be me like coming out story, helping, you know, those folks in our community who may need to hear the story, but it's just kind of like, how can I even talk about that? Like, that doesn't matter right now. Those are my thoughts. I don't mind being transparent with you guys, and I don't mind keeping it real and showing some type of emotion, but when it's the type of emotion where I'm like, I can't even think, I can't even fathom, like I don't even know what to say, like no motivation whatsoever, like when it's like that, I know I have to take a step back. I just felt like saying this, like I don't know, like I don't know. It's like, okay, yeah, I just don't know. It's just that simple. I want to post, I want to move forward, but for the first time, I am stuck. I don't know how. I've been feeling conflicted. But I am sorry. because I've said it before, like always, like I don't mean to do this. It just kind of happens. And I want y'all to know that I feel your energy. I feel you. I feel you so much. And I'm coming. I don't know when, but I'm coming. It's just crazy. It's just crazy because I feel like I'm just not in it. Like I just feel like I'm not. I've been randomly like crying and breaking down, and it's just like I don't even know why. It's like I've got like all of these emotions just like balled up, and I feel like I have nowhere to run. I feel like I don't know who to talk to. I feel like if I do talk, no one will understand. And it just also seems like no one's doing what I want them to do, or like what I need them to do, or like what I'm hoping that they'll do. And also it's like sometimes I don't want to say anything. Like I just kind of want people to just know. But how people are gonna know if you don't say anything, Daisy? That's the golden question right there. Between COVID, quarantine, online learning, extracurriculum, social life, love life, passion projects, like emotions, like food, this Nala, my cat, like responsibilities, families, bills, deadlines, like where does one find the time? It's like I have moments where I feel so motivated and I'm like, bet, let me get the camera set up, like today's the day. And then I have moments like this. And then I have moments like this where I just wake up and I'm not in it. I'm just trying to do it all. And it's just like reality is just setting in, and that it's just like we just need to take a pause. What am I even saying right now? Like sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to just talk. Like just to get stuff out, you know? Every time I think I'm over it, I'm not. There's this constant battle in my head on whether I should just, if I should like keep doing what I'm doing as far as like school and stuff, or if I just need to stop everything and just do it. Just do it. Sometimes in my head, I think more needs to be done when really just something needs to be done. I'm up here waiting on the right moment, the right opportunity. Don't want to make no mistakes in the public eye, but it's to the point where I'm just kind of like, forget that. I don't care if I look stupid. I don't care if I get embarrassed. Like I don't care if people have something to say behind closed doors about me. Like my people are dying. And I just feel like all of that, you know, like all of that extraness, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. But I literally feel like I'm going crazy because I don't want to sing. I don't want to rant. I don't want to say, oh guys, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to do. I just want to go. I want to get equipped, and I'm ready to learn, and I'm ready to prepare. And I guess that's the war that's in my head. It's like, do I prepare for reality life, or do I prepare for this snow globe, this fake ass picture that society has created? I mean, we're told that if we do what we need to do, then everything's gonna be fine. If we go to school, if we get the degree, if we get married, if we have the family, got financially stable, like we're told if we do certain things, we don't have to worry about certain things. But the reality is that if you are born with an ounce of color in you, it seems like that cannot be the focus. It seems like that cannot be the case. I mean, we've all got our own passions and we all have something to contribute to this fight. I'm not saying that, you know, it's not important, or I need to stop what I'm doing or whatever, or you need to stop what you're doing, or that anyone needs to stop. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like what is it? What is it gonna take? It's really taking a toll, because it's like a domino effect. One thing keeps happening and I don't know what to do, where to go. I was on my way to the library and there's a security guard. He's really happy. He's like, happy Monday, happy Wednesday. We started having this conversation, and then I'm like, I said to him, I was like, but it has to get better. Like, our generation is the key. Like, we are the ones, right? And you know what he said to me? How do you tell a group of people, and he's not even talking about the older generation, he's talking about people my age, right? 2-3 years older, 2-3 years younger. He was like, how do you get a group of people, young people, how do you get young people to live by an example that is not present today? You're up here asking people to be like this, to be this person that their environment doesn't allow them to be. Like, you're asking them to he was like, you know, let's not shop at the white stores, let's not indulge in like degrading our women, let's not do this, let's not do that. But then they're looking over there and then they're seeing that, oh well, they're doing that, and I see that it's working for them, so why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I go steal and kill and lie and do whatever I need to do to make it to the next level when I see that it's working for them? And you're telling me not to do that? Why? And do you know, I had no response, because in this day and age, it seems like everybody is out for themselves. I understand we have to focus on ourselves, and everybody wants generational wealth, and everybody wants to make sure that them and their own is straight, is good. So I didn't have an answer for him. I didn't. I just don't want to wait until someone else dies. Like, that's my thing. I'm not really blaming anyone. I don't even know if I'm blaming myself. I just feel stuck. I feel stuck, and I don't know how to be fake. So it's like every time I try to record for YouTube, it's like, I can see it when I look back at the video, and I'm pretty sure y'all will see it. So I thought, hey, like, let me just make these little moments in between so that they can see that I'm really struggling here. Like, this is not intentional at this point. Like, I'm like in the midst of shooting right now. We took a break. We decided not to shoot this scene. I had some time to spare, and I thought of YouTube again. I thought about how I'm doing this, like I'm hopping in front of Zoom, and I'm really trying to like put my best foot forward with this virtual performance, because again, like my study is theater. So imagine how hard it is to transfer a physical type of study to online. But being online, it's kind of taken a toll. I've had to just put my best foot forward, and I'm really used to being very optimistic and stuff. But I also think about how in the moments that it's really hard for me to get on Zoom to act in front of my phone, I kind of think about how I'm pushing and forcing myself to do it, because we have the option of accepting or declining a role when we audition. And I accepted this role. And like I knew that the production was going to be online. I knew that this semester was going to be online. And so it was a decision that I made. And so now that I'm here, more in depth with the process, it's like, who am I to complain, you know? I guess since we had to pick up this equipment from Marisol, and I've got this ring light, and I've got my phone set up on like a little phone holder, and you know, they gave us these sheets as backdrops. I mean, it's not official backdrops, but it's something. And I guess in the midst of like preparing myself to film, I get this nostalgic feeling like I really miss YouTube and I really miss recording. And then I think about how my theater department, like they could have just canceled the production and just, you know, given us some type of alternative since we're online, but they didn't. They're trying to make it work. And it's hard on everyone. It's very clear to see that this type of learning environment is pushing people to their limits, and it's clear to see that it's stressful on a lot of different people. Once again, in this little area in my life, I still have this feeling, this want, this need to come back to YouTube. I think that this was a good idea because now I'm starting to feel like you guys get to see the different mindsets, like the different processes that my thoughts go through. I don't know. I'm really struggling with this, y'all. I'm really struggling. But I guess I'm just not 100% feeling it yet. I'm not gonna allow society to make me feel some type of way. I feel how I feel, and I'm moving how I'm moving, and that's just it. It is Monday, October 5th, 5:59. I need to get back to rehearsal at 6, so I'm about to end this. But yeah, this is me. Today's date is October 13th, and I just ended rehearsal. Today I don't feel conflicted. I don't really feel anything negative right now. I feel like I'm in a very positive mindset right now, and so I just wanted to say a few things while I'm feeling uplifted, because I know when I'm feeling down, I don't say the same things as when I'm feeling uplifted. Like last night, I was just up. I was up till like 2 in the morning. I'm just looking at YouTube, satisfying my curiosity, and I actually got somewhere as far as one of my passion projects. I feel like I can finally move forward with them. At first, my reasoning for not doing anything was money. Like, I don't have the money to do this, I don't have the money to do that, blase blase. Instead of just sitting here and complaining about how I don't have this to start or I don't have that, I guess I can change that energy into a more resourceful type of energy, to the point to where I'm like, you know what? I don't need these things. I didn't start with these things, and that's not why I began it. And I think I'm just starting to really move towards that light. It's so easy to compare yourself, and lately I've really been feeling like I've just been very hard on myself. I'm comparing myself to people who just simply do not compete. And I don't mean that in a negative way or a conceited way. I mean it in like the most literal way possible. Like, we all have our own paths and journeys, and it's just so easy to get caught up into what everyone else is doing. When I focus on myself and what I want to do, that's when I'm the most happiest. The passion that's going to come behind these things, and I'm really excited to show them and share them, because it's just so much raw emotion. I used to be this person that just hated feelings. I think this year is the most vulnerable I have been in a really long time. And a part of me, of course, like the closed, restricted part of me is like, oh no, we must stop. Like, Daisy, what are you doing? But a really big other part of me is just enjoying it. I am just letting myself cry. I'm letting myself be confused, angry, sad, happy. I'm letting myself, I am allowing myself to do what I want to do and feel what I want to feel. And I see that there's beauty in the pain. I wish that the pain didn't have to be present for the beauty to come out, but I guess it does create a form of art that we can just appreciate, and that can just connect us all. Also, no one has my mindset, my way of thinking. I'm different, and I know that. You're different, and you should embrace that and know that. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Greetings. So this is going to be kind of like a short entry. I just got out of rehearsal. I was feeling like a lot of emotions today, like between classes, work, rehearsal, you know, it's just a lot to bear. But what I just noticed something today. Maybe I'm emotionally reacting, or maybe my reactions are more emotionally heightened because I'm reacting to things that I only have so much control over. Like right here at this moment in time. I'm always in my head a lot, and I blame myself a lot for like things that I think nobody would think to blame me for, or I probably don't even like cross their mind. It's so much bigger than me. It's bigger than these temporary moments that I'm worrying about right now. There's only so much control I have over certain situations. And there's only so much that I can do right here, right now. I mean, what I want to do, I can probably do it. Maybe in a year or two, maybe in 5 to 10 years. Maybe that vision that I see myself doing, like that vision of the goals that I want to accomplish. It's not gonna happen like that at the snap of a finger. It takes time. It takes a process. I need to stop putting my focus in things that do not benefit me, or stop putting my focus in things that take time to see results. I can't be concerned about what other people are doing. I was really finding it hard to go on Instagram and scroll without feeling some type of way. And it's like that it just cannot happen. Like I just really had to just take a step back and discipline myself. Because I've never been an envious person. I've never really been jealous of anyone. If anything, I've been motivated and inspired by people to live in my purpose and to carry out my moves and my goals. The time that I'm worried about not accomplishing what I need to do, and the time that I'm spending focusing on other people and their goals and their accomplishments, all that time can be used to lift me up, to benefit me and my passion projects. No one is me. And that is my power. Every day, every week, every month, every year, I surprise myself and I grow into this beautiful woman that I know I am becoming. But in that also comes discipline and self-responsibility, and a time where I need to let myself know that enough is enough. At this point, you're stopping you. And this is me talking to me by myself, like just so you know. But it's just like at this point, the only person standing in your way is you. I put all this energy into everyone else or everything else. I'm literally starting to see the light. Like I'm literally starting to see that at the end of the day, all of that attention and energy needs to be geared towards me. So the next time you see me, you won't see me, probably. All right, y'all. It's Thursday, October 22nd. I'm feeling all over the place right now. You know, my emotions are just like all over the place right now. We just wrapped up our final day of filming, which means my time will open up more, which is great. And now I just feel like I have the control. Like I have the power to create everything that I've been like complaining about that I haven't been creating. I have that like freedom to just do what I want, when I want, especially coming back to YouTube. I guess in the midst of all of this, like this is what I chose to do. And it's always at the end of the projects is when I feel grateful. Like I've always learned something, or like it's made me a better like actor or person or something like that. It seems like it's getting easier, and it seems like I'm ready to come back, and the emotions are still heightening. Like it's not really reverting back in a sense. Just a lot of realizations have been made. Yes. So I officially, because see, last time I said it was the last rehearsal, but this time is actually the last rehearsal. You know what I realized? Through all of this emotional roller coaster turmoil, through all of this fluctuation of thoughts and whatnot, one thing that has remained consistent is Black Lives Matter. And so like that's one thing that has just kept me going throughout this whole thing. It doesn't matter if I'm sad, angry, upset, happy. What will push me to the next fluctuation of emotions, or what will push me to get my behind up, and do something is the fact that my life, my brothers and sisters' lives, your lives matter. And as I sit here not doing anything, I realize that that is the exact thing that's making me want to move. I know that as long as I remember that, I don't have to be perfect, I just have to try. If I go into this giving it my all, I cannot be stopped. We cannot be stopped. There's this constant thought in my head that says, how can I do anything? How can I go to school? How can I complete homework? How can I thrive in these organizations? How can I make friends? How can I work? How can I save money? How can I work toward my personal happiness and goals? Money and all that aside, like, how can I do anything if I'm not constantly working on a plan to stop what is happening to my people? Like, and that is the thought that has crippled me. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna say crippled, because I really needed this time of reflection. Like me, I needed it. Maybe everyone else didn't need as long as I took, but I know I needed it. That thought has shifted my drive and my motivation in what I do. I can make shit shake. I can make it rock. And the time that I'm sitting here afraid to mess up is time I'm wasting on making constructive and positive mistakes that will only get me and my community to the next level. And ultimately, that's all that matters, because I'll be damned. I'll be damned if I sit here and try to act like it doesn't bother me, because it does. And I'll also be damned if I sit here and wait for a moment to like make a move, knowing that people, my brothers and sisters, are being killed every day, are being targeted, hunted. So no, I can't just post, and I can't just post. I just can't continue like nothing is happening. And we are all a part of the equation that's going to get Black liberation to the next level. So if I'm not doing what I have to do, then it won't work. It can't work. That is what it has come to. That's what it's all about. I took my time. I didn't rush. And I'm here and I'm present. And that's what it's all about. Greetings. You know, it's funny, I don't even have that much time to be trying to record a video. I have like 5 minutes into a class. A day after like the big election day. We still don't know who's president. So that's cool that I will be looking back at this later. I know I've been like going through all of these emotions through these video diaries, saying that like, oh, I'm feeling this way, I'm coming back, it's up, it's down, and all this type of stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I've recorded more up, positive, optimistic emotions versus pessimistic moments that I have. It's funny because like I'm not the type I'm not the one to be going, not to be going through, but I don't like dealing with emotions, more so the negative emotions or the uncomfortable emotions that comes with living life. And so when I don't know how to express those emotions, I kind of just I just kind of tap out. I black out. I kind of distance myself from society, and I go into the shell, and I don't ask for help. I don't let anyone know what's going on with me. There's so many faces, you know, there's so many levels, and I don't want to, I no longer want to neglect that part of me anymore, because there's different sides of me. In the midst of the pandemic and the election, Black Lives Matter, and school, COVID-19, like in the midst of everything, I think that I've met my match. I'm gonna have to go back and check. I got 3 minutes. I'm gonna have to go back and check to see what number soul search this was. But this year, it's not even that I wanted to. I think Mama Nay forced everyone to do a little bit of re-evaluation, and everyone took their time to slowly come back. I feel there's more things that I want to say, but I just want to leave them for the real content, because ultimately that's just going to create a more intimate bond between us, especially with my lack of appearance on this platform. I realize that when I'm alone is when I think very clearly, but also in being alone, I realize that I want people. I would like to be around people. And I've also realized that I only want to be around people that are going to benefit me and push me to be the best that I can be. But I also realize that I have to allow them to. I have to give them the opportunity to. I am in control. I have the power. It's okay to admit when I'm right and wrong. And I'm going to close out with this because now it is 12 o'clock. Every moment I'm worried about what I don't have is every second that I could be working with what I do have. I think that's the big picture in my soul search, in this part of the soul search. It's like, so spiritual journey is like hella stressful, but you know. All right, guys. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's about midnight. Almost 1 in the morning, November 8th. But yesterday, November 7th, is when the whole country got the news that Joe Biden will be the next president of the United States. Kamala Harris is the first Black. I mean, she's a lot of other things. She's a lot of other things. Don't get me wrong. You know, she's South Asian, Indian. Props to that. I'm not discrediting that. However, as a Black woman, she is the first Black female vice president of the United States of America. We are living through history right here, right now, as we speak. Take in this moment, take in how you feel. You and I, we will be telling this story to our kids, to our families, to friends of the family, years to come. We witness this. Do not take this lightly. It's a very extremely emotional moment. Celebrate. Do what you must. The people have spoken and the people won. So many emotions are going through my head right now. That's another topic for another day. This video is not supposed to be long at all. But I do just want to say that this year in general, it's been a lot. I can't wait to express myself to you guys. I can't wait to express the new Daisy that has grown off the screen. I'm ready to show you my revelations, my triumphs, my trials, my failures, my successes. I'm ready to be open with you guys and honest and just be real and emotional, and it's beautiful. I did want to say this and I wanted to record it and say it now. I'm 4 years old in my lock journey, and so the presidential election was going on and it was Hillary and Trump in this position. I'm not sure which exact update it was, but I definitely hinted at the time that I did not vote, that I did not see a point of voting. I was speaking very pessimistic on the foundation of voting in this country. What happened today, it caused an emotional shift in me, and I do not regret the things that I said in that video because I was young then. I was at a place in my own self journey of discovering things, of my enlightenment path. So it's like I only knew so much at the time. I know more now than I did previously. Some of my feelings and views on the voting system do still remain the same. I do think that changes do need to be made from a more foundational level. However, if you were to ask me right now if I still thought that there was no point in voting, I would say no. A lot of self-reflecting was done on my end, and a lot of realizations were made. And at the end of the day, I can definitely say that I was wrong at the time. There is an importance in voting. Yeah, we still have work to do, but the work that we have been doing in the past led us to this moment. And we're gonna keep going, and it don't stop. Boom, boom. Ooh. See y'all. This is it. This video right here, I am certain, is the last of the entry. The epiphany And the force of energy that has resulted into this conclusion happened Sunday, November 22nd. I was hanging out with a friend who introduced me to his friends. Great conversation happened. I really got told about myself from someone who understands. It's extremely hard and it's difficult and it's challenging being a selfless person. And when you don't have a certain amount of discipline or control or awareness, that selflessness can begin to take over, and you start to think that if not you, then who? I have a very optimistic outlook on a lot of different things. But this year, 2020, is really one for the books. I can't believe that I am in this moment in time. Like, I am a part of history. I felt like everybody had just moved on already and I was still trying to cope. Like, especially with the type of person that I am and the plans that I had set for our community, I was just really taken aback. I just wanted to stop everything and just focus on the problem at hand, which was Black lives. I just had such a great conversation with someone who literally told me, he was like, I used to be like you. Like, I used to be selfless. Like, I used to want to save everything and everyone, and I want to help out all my friends, and I want to support the Black businesses and da-da-da-da. But the reality is that we live in a country that thrives off of capitalism. Poor people can't help poor people. I mean, yeah, I can give you $20. I can give my friend $20 for their business, but I can't do that with all of my friends. I don't have it like that. And I'm not gonna feel bad because I don't have it like that. He was like, I want to solve world hunger. Like, I think world hunger is a horrible thing. There are literally people at the top of the food chain eating and living lavishly, and you literally have people at the bottom who have nothing. That's something I'm passionate about, world hunger. But I know that that is a problem that may or may not get fixed in my lifespan. I can create something. I can create some solutions to where we can see improvement in my lifespan, and they can continue that work after I'm gone. But like, it's not my responsibility to fix a problem that was here before I was even born. I don't like repeating what other people have told me because I know that how I'm relaying it to you is not how I received the message. I don't like summarizing, you feel me? I want you to really understand what it is that I received. And I'm just gonna start with like undergrad. I'm not even talking about before high school. I'm strictly talking about these undergrad years at college. Ever since this time, I've met people that have said similar things to what he told me, but it was coming from such a pessimistic perspective. It was coming from such a negative Nancy point of view, as if there was no hope, or as if there was no way that we could even possibly begin to see change in our lifetime. Some people, they would engage in conversations with me about creating solutions, but that's all that it would get up to. Nobody would further it to collaborate with me. Hey, let's link up to brainstorm. Let's create a project, da-da-da-da-da. This conversation, it was just a bit different. The energy was different because I literally felt his passion and his dedication and his hurt, his concern. But at the same time, he was also focused on himself. He was also understanding with himself that he can't do it all. He can't do it all alone, but especially like he can't take up this big problem of saving the Black community by himself. And he told me, yeah, oh my goodness. He told me, he was like, it's not my responsibility to save everyone. Like, I am not a superhero. And he also said this, which I feel like is so powerful. It's so simple, but it's so powerful. He said, me living, thriving, while being Black, that is enough. Society makes you feel like you have to do this and that, and you have to start these different programs and invest and give back and da-da-da. And I'm not saying that you can't do that, but society has created it to where if you don't do that, oh, you must not be supported, you must not care, you must not do this, that, and the third. And it's just like, nah, that's not the case. That's not the case. And even if that was the case, me living and making a family and being successful, me on my own, living my life, being Black, that is enough. Because at one point, we couldn't even do that. I told him how I was like doing these video journeys and these video diaries, and how my emotions were all over the place because I felt responsible. I felt like I needed to do something. I felt like I needed to drop out of school and start like this mafia. I felt like I had to do all these things, and he was looking at me. He was like, yeah. I mean, it's. I understand. Like you have every right to feel like that, but like, you gotta help yourself first. You gotta think about yourself first. Lately, I've been faced with a lot of signs by Mama Nate giving me that message, like, you need to just stop and watch the energy reciprocate, watch things unfold. And literally, like, after that, mind you, this conversation, like, it went on until like 4, 5 in the morning. Like, that's how you know it was like a good conversation. Like, everyone is different. Everyone is different, you know, like everyone's different. And just because people have a different way of viewing things, it doesn't mean that we're not all on the same page. And it also doesn't mean that we don't want the same things, you know? At the end of the day, we all just want to be content. We just want to be happy. We want to live freely without any worries or stress, financially, emotionally, politically. Shoot. Because the last thing that I want is to become that type of person that is always ranting and complaining about what we need to do and what needs to be done. I'm not perfect. I am still on my journey. I just feel so highly motivated, like, and I know I said that in the other videos, but it's different this time. I have started back working on my projects. I'm working on my 3rd EP. I've already ordered like a nice little tripod, ring light, you feel me? It was on sale. YouTube, I've already have like new ideas and things set up. Like, I'm just ready. I'm ready. It's one of those things where, like, I'm done talking about it. I'm done apologizing about it. I just am going to do it. I'm going to do it. Daisy is back, okay? I'm back and I'm better. It's just about to be a wrap. We going up from here. So, with that being said, because I'm trying to tell you, it's no more entries after this. The next video I upload will be a lock journey update. Best believe that. I'm ready. I am ready. I'm back and I'm better. I want this bad as ever. Girl, don't let me let up. Baby, it's whatever. All right. I mean, come on, it wouldn't be a Daisy video if I didn't act a bit goofy. I mean, you feel me? That. Okay. So, thank you for coming back. If you actually came back. I ain't even gonna tell you to hit no subscribe. I ain't even gonna do what you feel. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a dislike. I know I've been going for a minute, you feel me? I hope you and yours have been good. This year has been a lot on our people, on our community. I know, and even though I wasn't here socially, on social media, like sharing that, just know that offline, I was with y'all. I was feeling y'all. I love y'all. You guys are strong. You're beautiful people. The fact that you have made it this far says so much about you. Do not give up. You are not alone. We are in this together. I am truly happy to be back. So I will see you guys when I see you. peace, much love, and it's good to see you again. It's so good to see you again.